Hello, everyone. Welcome. So, NFP, we were waiting for it for a really, really long time, right? So, we haven't seen an NFP for the past more than a month, actually. A month and a half. So, basically, we have missed, as you might already know, two NFP releases, September ones and October ones. So today, the US labor entity gonna release the September's reading. So what we have missed before the US shutdown, the US shutdown. So it's a very, very crucial release, as you already know. So a lot of volatility is expected today, guys. So you need to be extra careful. I don't know how many of you are actually trading the news, but you need to have an adequate risk management strategy in place because NFP in general, the US data could cause a significant volatility to the markets because of the fact that they are delayed. Because we might see the impact eventually of the US shutdown on in the US economy as well. And in general, there's a lot of fuss around it. I mean, imagine that just today or yesterday night, if I'm not mistaken, the US actually the US labor statistics entity said that they will not release October's non-farm payroll. So today we're going to have September's one, but for the October's, they will actually combine it with November's report. Okay, they are trying somehow to avoid fear, let's say, in the market, to avoid like a risk appetite, and to keep things calm as we move on closer and closer to the end of the year. So September's reading, what is expected today is, let me share my screen as well because it's pointless to just see my face. um Here we go. Excellent. I have the dollar index obviously on, flirting again and again with the US, with the 100 level. That is something that we have seen several times the past few months. It's a very crucial number, right? It's a round number, triple zero number, a resistance that holds for nearly, if I'm not mistaken, 6 months. Yeah, nearly 6 months. But it's not only that. It's how important this level is. It's a psychological level for dollar. It has been a key resistance level for 8 years in a row. And after 2022, it was converted into a key support. Okay, can you see that the past 10 years we are seeing dollar, depending on the economic situation of the US, either holding stubbornly below 100 or holding stubbornly above 100. So currently, we've been the last 6 months actually below 100. So in areas that we haven't seen since from 2014 up to 2022. So you can understand that the break above it, the decisive break above it, and if it sustains a move above it, that could turn the attention back to territories that we have seen the past 3 years. So 110, 114 even, so record highs. Now, let's take it step by step because it's all about NFP today. So I would really like to see a lot of comments. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in obviously to the 1 hour chart and 30 minutes chart because we need to see the data. We're waiting for the data and we need to analyze what could happen. So let me share also my calendar, the economic calendar basically, just to keep ourselves up to date with. Oh, that's massive. Sorry. Can you see? No, that's not ideal. I don't like this format. Should be. Okay, much better. Sorry for that. I'm gonna squeeze it and move down to the NFP. So this is what is expected today, guys. The forecasts have been quite pessimistic, I will say. We are expecting only 50,000 new jobs today. That's the forecast, okay? But remember that it's not only about the NFP number, it's also about the hourly earnings, the wages. And we have seen that the expectations are quite flat. So what I'm trying to say is that no increase on the average hourly earnings is expected, neither in a monthly basis, neither in the year-on-year basis. Jobless claims also, I mean, at the same territory pretty much, unemployment steady as well. So the focus, it seems, that is on the payrolls number, and just 50K is expected. So just before, because we have just 13 minutes to go, very, very straightforward, simply, I will say that a strong, are you following me? A stronger than expected NFP number today could basically indicate that the Fed shouldn't take any action, that the Fed would it can really pause monetary policy. He doesn't, that they don't need to change anything from now onwards until the year end, basically for this year. So the indication, so a stronger than expected number, sorry, a stronger than expected NFP indicates that the Fed is likely to pause the interest rates, the easing of the monetary policy, the further cuts. They will not proceed with any further cuts. So this could have basically could support the dollar. The indication that the Fed will not take any action to proceed with further rate cuts, it could be bullish for dollar. On the flip side, though, be very careful. On the flip side, a weaker number than the 50K that is expected pretty much will indicate that US economy remains in a slowdown. Fears will be back in place. Already we have a lot of concerns around the US economic slowdown. So, and that basically could give the green light to the Fed to proceed with another rate cut. So that could be negative for dollar. It could push dollar back below 100 territory. Currently, let me open the Fed watch, because it's something that I keep saying that we repeat again and again that it's good for you to keep an eye on the Fed watch. It's very helpful. It gives you an indication of what the majority of the market participants expect, what do they have priced in, right? And currently, the probabilities for a rate cut in December, they're just at 29%. So the majority believes that no change will be seen in December, that the Fed will not do anything, will pause, the monetary policy will keep rates unchanged, and will not proceed with any further easing. So that could be, if indeed NFP confirms this scenario, okay, this is something that could support the dollar. Okay, now, okay, I'm gonna leave the calendar on the side for now. Let's I have over here, basically I would like to jump into the Heiken Ashes, I kind of like Heiken Ashes in a 30 minutes chart, even 15 minutes chart. And I have seen so that the last 3 hours approximately, we have seen a nice rally of the dollar on the upside, testing once again the 126 territory. So it seems that ahead of the data, we're seeing some kind of a ceiling. Sorry. So we have okay, so for scalpers mainly, short-term traders, etc. We have still the 120 territory as the very next immediate support level. Okay, and the latest swing high as at 126 as our immediate resistance level. I mean a 15 minutes chart. Okay, I want to clarify that. I mean a 15 minute chart. So we're referring to the to scalping approach, this kind of approach. Okay, so as I said, a lot of, let me just, okay. So ahead, as we move closer and closer to the data, and as soon as the data are out more precisely, we might see a lot of, as usual, a lot of market noise that could touch both our 126 and 120. However, on the downside, a lot of selling position, short position could be triggered at the 100 territory. Okay, but we have a lot of distance still until that, but a move towards 100, and actually if the 100 has been triggered, a lot of pending orders could be triggered, and that could cause an even greater decline. But everything depends on the data for the time being. We have seen, as I said, some dollar strength, right? Just the past 3 hours. Okay, in general, though, if I zoom out and I go back to the daily chart, for example, in general, since September, mid of September, dollar has been on the upside. Okay, a lot of things help. It was similar. I mean, it was the shutdown, the lack of data basically is what has expected, is what has boosted a dollar higher, the lack of data, sanctions, geopolitics. A lot of things have actually added to the rally, to this latest leg that we have seen. Sorry, since the mid of September, but nonetheless, currently, we have seen for a four days in a row, basically this week, recovering the losses that we have seen. In general, we have seen that the dollar has been on the upside. However, that doesn't necessarily give any confirmation that the dollar will eventually, let's say, return back to 111, 110, and 114 territory. Why? Because you need to have a confirmed breakout of 100 territory. We need to have a clear a picture regarding the US economy. We need to see Fed pausing any further easing. Okay? So, nonetheless, few minutes, 6 minutes to go until the data are out. Euro dollar, by the way, also very, very significant. So it's in a very interesting territory as well, historical territory as well. Basically, we have seen it being in the downside due to the dollar strength since September, okay, in a downwards channel. But I want to show you different setup. This is euro dollar, by the way, euro dollar, okay. I would like to show you this daily setup that I have. I have used two different Bollinger Bands with different standard deviations just to give me this area of support and this area of resistance. It has been on the downside, but failed to show another leg lower. So we still have some nice support at 1.14 80 to 70 territory. So the floor that we have seen last week is a nice immediate support for euro dollar, and considering that euro is quite stronger currently in general, actually in the long term is quite stronger than the dollar. We're not quite sure whether this down leg that we have seen for the past 2 months, it will actually be sustained. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. What I want you to have in mind regarding the daily chart, at least, is the fact that the asset is below the 20-day moving average. So next support is negative, 5 days in a row on the downside, and immediate support is on last week's, basically 2 weeks ago, bottom, okay, which if it breaks, it could bring the euro dollar down to 114, 113.90 territory, which is a floor that we have seen since June. Okay, that's it for now. I'm gonna get back to euro in a bit, and I'm gonna, to the daily at least, I'm gonna zoom into the dollar index because we have 3 minutes to go until the data are out. Sorry, excuse me. I would like, yeah. Okay, 15 minutes chart, here we go. A lot of indecision, as you can see. Few minutes until the data are out. Let me just quickly check of your comments. Hello from Indonesia. Welcome, welcome. Anything you need, I'm here to help. Please tell me what exactly you want me to explain, what asset you want me to see, which time frame you prefer, and I will do whatever I can. Sell now, sell now. Fahru is saying, and Putrasus is saying, so you believe that we're going to have a weaker number, guys? Target for gold. Okay. I'm going to do gold. Okay. Just very, very quick before the data. Where's my gold? Gold. I cannot really state a target, but let's quickly see gold rejected the 4,000 territory. I mean, didn't manage to. This is a line that I have on the very last live analysis that I did. This trend line. So rejected, actually failed to extend below my trend line, failed to extend below 4,000. So overall is positive, okay? And you understand that everything depends on the dollar today, okay? Strong dollar means gold lower. Weak dollar means gold higher. Right now, the past 2 hours, we are seeing a bit of a boost on gold, which is the vice versa of dollar. So it has to do with the risk appetite. Okay, and I'm gonna, guys, I need to return back to the dollar. Sorry, because the data will be out right now, actually. Where is the calendar? I want the calendar out. And I can see that there is an attempt for the downside. Come on. And it's looks that, okay, there is a lot of indecision. I think you can see it from your screens as well. A lot of indecision as I'm waiting for the data to be out. Come on. Let's see whether it will be a surprise or not. Okay. Gonna refresh one more time. And down, but quickly up. Oh my God, 119, guys, 119. Oh my God, beat expectations. That's a strong NFP, meaning that the Fed shouldn't proceed with any further rate cut. So that's definitely a number that should support dollar. Obviously, right now, what we are seeing is the market noise, people trying to understand what's going on, what does it mean, what NFP means, what the average hourly earnings mean, etc. But from what I see right now, let me check the unemployment as well. 4.4 improved. Okay, so we have a rise in unemployment, but that's double number, more than double than what was expected. Oh my God, so it's down. there's a lot of indecision. So this is all about the market noise. You need to wait for the first 30 minutes, to be honest, until you see the real direction of the dollar. Okay. But what I can say right now, okay, it's retesting the 100 territory, so that could indicate, that could trigger more further move lower. I mean, there is some kind of support over here. Let's see whether it will be sustained or not. So it's trying to extend below 100. Remember what I said, that below 100 we could see a lot of pending orders being triggered. So that's why, I mean, there is a lot of fight from the bulls to support the dollar right now, because the data as such, they should support the dollar. However, remember that the market is all about sentiment. It's all about what the market participants expect, what they speculate. The data as such should be supportive for dollar, but let's wait and see. Double than expected number indicates that the Fed should pause the easing, shouldn't proceed with any further rate cuts. So this is something that, for the short term at least, should support the dollar. Let's wait and see whether the 100 territory will be indeed, whether it will break, or and whether indeed dollar will follow the data direction and return back higher. So let's wait and see. Let's let's wait a bit and let me scan your questions. Gold, we're gonna see gold. So I guess we have some similar, really similar. I mean, volatility, yeah. There is, it's not a clear, here is gold, but over here I have the Japanese candlesticks. I don't have the Heiken ashes, but you can see that there is a lot of indecision. Okay, people still try to figure out what the data mean. Okay, I'm back to the dollar, guys. But the data are bullish for dollar. So as long that, that's not the real direction. That's just volatility. That's just market noise. Okay. Obviously, you see, I had the 120 as my support, immediate support. So indeed, the break of 120 is what he has retested and led to the previous support at 107 or 05, somewhere there. But yeah, we shouldn't see a move further on the downside. Okay. I'm gonna analyze gold. I'm gonna analyze. Is there news on gold today? It's all about NFP everywhere, in every single asset. Moji, it's all about NFP. Every single instrument will be affected, and it hasn't been affected already. I mean, I can see it from my screen. Is because it was delayed. We were waiting for NFP and the US data in general for nearly 2 months. So the fact that we have finally out September's NFP is crucial, because it gives us hints regarding the next step that the Fed will take, and whether we're going to see any further rate cuts within 2025. Wait. Guys, I don't speak any other language than Greek and English, I'm afraid. I can see a lot of comments that they're not in English, but I cannot help. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. We have, though, I have a lot of colleagues that they also present NFP analysis in our social media, in Indonesia, in Thailand, in Malay, in Vietnamese, in Filipino, in Spanish as well. So yeah, but for me, it's just in English. Okay. A lot of comments. Gold, gold, gold. Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump into the gold until we see. I mean, a dollar like taking its final direction, but yeah, the decline is quite unlikely because of the data. Uh, gold, dollar Swiss. I'm gonna save it and analyze it in a bit. Is the dollar weakening or is gonna? I have already replied to this question before the NFP, and thank God, it looks like I was correct so far. Um, I don't know why. What's the why? What's for? Oh, you mean gold? I'm on it. I'm on it, guys. I'm on it. You're too many. Dollars it will be strong. Then you will be selling gold. Yeah, it's a negative correlation between the two. Uh, already in profit. Well done. Well done. So you were trading the news, my dear friend. So you were ahead. Well done. Well done. Um, go buy gold. A lot of gold lovers over here. A lot as usual, actually. Yeah. Okay. I fully agree with Junie. Okay, but I understand all the people that they like to trade the news. If you have a strategy that works for the news, totally fine, go for it. But it depends on this on the personality of each one of us, guys. So yeah, it's good to wait for this market noise to be over. I mean, the very first 30 minutes, especially the very first 15 minutes, you cannot see the clear direction of the data. So if you are not this kind of a trader, I mean, and you don't have a strategy that has been proven that it works for trading the news, then get the advice from Ajuni to wait for the data to be out for clarity in regards to the direction of the asset before deciding to enter the market. I'm fully in line with you, my dear friend. Gold. How to start? Okay. Okay. Have a question about. Okay. Do you have Bloomberg terminal? Yeah, but it's just for internal use. We don't have it actually Bloomberg terminal for clients. Some Okay, I can see some questions about our bonus account. What time frame are you on? Okay. Okay. A lot of questions. Okay, what time frame I'm focusing on? Let's start from scratch. From scratch. I'm gonna go to gold, okay, and I'm gonna put Yeah, I can see your questions, guys, about bonus account, the 500, the shield. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna let me analyze gold and dollar for all these people that they are trading and they want to have some insights regarding what the technical analysis. And once we're done, we're gonna explain a bit the shield account. Okay. So now gold, everyone's favor. I'm gonna put a caption below just to for you to follow me and be in line with what I am actually analyzing. So over here I have gold, and and I will. So let's start with everyone's favorite, gold, obviously. Okay, and I'm gonna do 30 minutes analysis. 30 minutes, just to because I am aware that you cannot easily see my time frame. So here I have gold, 30 minutes, and exactly because I'm in a 30 minutes, I personally prefer high candles. So I'm gonna zoom out a bit, okay, just for you to see. What I can see is that the latest candle, which is basically on the data release, this one, it looks undecisive. Okay, so this gives me the very first signal that my rally, my upside move, the upside move that I have seen for the past 2 hours, an hour and a half, my running out of steam. Okay, so I'm gonna take a step down to the 15 minutes chart, one scale down, to see whether I have an immediate support level or something like that. So, okay, I'm gonna ignore this candle for now because it's fully doji and it needs another 4 minutes to close. And for the time being, I can see that I have the latest swing high. It's over here at 40.72, the latest up fractal. Okay, for now, I'm gonna place a line over there because this is my immediate support. Just to until this candle close, and yeah, because I wanted to close to have an understanding whether the rally is over or not. So, okay, stochastic, my fast stochastic already posted a bearish cross, as you can see. So that indicates that we might see a move on the downside. So this, the bearish cross in the stochastics indicator. Come on, Andrea. I'm gonna put it with the bearish cross of the bearish cross over here of the stochastic indicator, along with the fact that in my latest 3 Heiken candles, I don't have higher tails. That's the very, very first sign that this rally might be over, okay? But I want to see this candle closing before I take any decision. Parabolic saldo remains below the price, so I need to wait and see, okay? Few minutes left until the 15 candle close in order to have a better understanding whether it's time for gold to reverse on the downside or whether it will consolidate or even, I don't know, move upwards, etc. From a data perspective, we should see some pullback. I would like to remind you that overall support, not the short term, not the 15 minutes and the 30 minutes, the daily one. Let me rename my caption below just for everyone to follow me. So in the daily, I would like to remind you that this trend line acts as a support level. So the asset could come down, find support at 40-20 territory. Okay? That's our overall support for now in a medium term basis. In the short term, we're waiting for this candle to close in order to see whether we're going to see a short term pullback or not. Okay, perfect. Sorry. Excellent. Okay. Okay, 1 minute to go. Let me see a bit. The moving averages have flattened as well. So it's a sign. Okay, the candle has closed, guys. Can you see? The candle has closed, undecisive, bearish a bit, but undecisive. Small body, huge legs, clear indecision. So the 40.72.7 support level remains. So if that level breaks, that will be an indication that the asset could pull back down to 40.50 or even basically today's low at 40.38. But we need to see a decisive break below 40.70 to territory, which is our latest swing low. Now, if you are a 5-minute trader, for example, okay, obviously, you need to keep an eye, for everyone, you need to keep an eye on the Heiken-Ashi candles as well. So if this asset, if this, sorry, okay, if this candle, which will close at the top of the hour, so 4 o'clock server time, if this is a bearish Heiken-Ashi candle without any tail on the top, that would be a confirmation that the asset will move lower for the next few hours. But this is not closed yet. We just have this undecisive candle, which is not really helpful, but we have all the other information. We have moving averages, pointing on the downside. We have Heiken-Ashi bearish. We have this latest doji candle, so we're waiting for confirmation. Confirmation could come with this next candle. If this candle close bearishly without any tail at the top, that would be an indication that the asset could move lower for a while, for the next few, well, for the remaining of the day, let's say. So you need a candle like that, no tail at the top, because I remind you, I have Heiken-Ashi candles. Now, I could do the same analysis with Japanese candlesticks, because there are people that they don't really like Heiken-Ashis, which is fair enough. So with Japanese Heiken-Ashi candles, with Japanese candlesticks, you can see clearly the sign of a reversal. Bearish, bearish, decisively bearish, to be honest, because the tails are quite big. Same, stochastic bearishly crossed. Parabolic SAR, though, remains below the price. So let me double check my setup here. 5 exponential, 9 exponential, correct. So I'm waiting for clarity in this one as well. So I'm gonna use, sorry guys, just a second, allow me. I'm gonna use just a tiny Fibonacci level just to monitor the reversal. Yeah. A move below 38.2 Fibonacci level could open the doors to 40.70, 40.60, or even back down to 40.55, 40.50 territory. But let's wait and see, because I have some conflicting, contradictory signals over here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna jump to the dollar. Back to the dollar to see whether it has stabilized a bit. 30 minutes chart, or 15 minutes, let's put the 15 minutes chart. It failed to extend. Here's 100, round number. It failed to extend below 100. It retested it, but failed to extend below it. And it found some support, which is in line with the data. So that was the very first initial reaction, and is now supported above the day's bottom, as you can see. So, however, let me check also. Yeah. Okay. Over here I have some conflicting features. Very mixed signals as well. I have some signs that, we have some mixed signals. We're waiting for clarity. So stochastic is already trying to turn. You see, it's a bit flat. So we need to wait and see whether it will manage to cross below 20 or whether it will rebound. The parabolic SAR suddenly is above the price, we still have a negative. We still have some attempts for bears to extend below 100, but yeah, it's unlikely to manage to break 100 territory, especially with this kind of data. So this looks like more of a technical, how can I say it? I mean, buying the dip thing. So pushing lower in order to buy lower. So this is what I can see from this market fast after the data. So let me see a bit the news. Okay. We have some comments from Fed Hammock. That's why there is some indecision. There is some confusion. And basically, Hamad actually has been hawkish for a while, and she's a voter in 2026. Um, and she's not supporting a cat anytime soon. So that could be supportive for a dollar. Okay. Uh, okay. I will return to dollar in a bit, but I would like to sit together, guys. No one asked me about dollar yen, apparently, and dollar yen has it was really significant. The whole basically the last 2 months. The last 2 months. I don't know how many of you followed dollar yen, but the next ceiling for dollar yen is at the 160. It's in a very strong uptrend, and there is a lot of bullish momentum still. Have you seen how big, how bullish this week was so far? It jumped this week from 153.4 to 157. That's 300 pips. 300 pips. So yeah, it's really bullish. It's in a strong uptrend. Momentum is still strong. It looks that it has further steam on the upside. You see, further steam on the upside, and yeah. So basically, even in this is the 1 hour, the four. Sorry, this is the 4 hour chart. I'm gonna put the 1 hour chart. Look at that. Ooh, up a bit of consolidation, just a correction and another attempt higher, a bit of a consolidation before another attempt to the upside. So we have a nice support at 157, while a break of the first resistance of the day, which lies at 157.79, could open the doors to 158.46 and to 159 level. Can you imagine? So dollar yen has been in a nice, strong uptrend. Moving average keep pointing on the upside. Momentum oscillators show that there is further room on the upside. Even fundamentals support a dollar yen upside move. Let me. Guys, are you with me so far? Everything okay with gold, dollar, and dollar yen? Let me know if something there needs further clarity. I have just done gold, my dear. I'm gonna return right now. Let me just, and I'm gonna go back to the euro dollar as well. Okay, very quickly, just to uh, keep an eye on gold. So 15 minutes, still undecisive. Oops, sorry. Sorry for that. 15 minutes. We need another 5 minutes for this candle to close. But yeah, strong. This is what is expected basically: stronger dollar, weaker gold. So gold, from what we see, I mean, it's what I analyzed before, but you haven't been here. BTC Bitcoin. Let me see, Bitcoin team. You haven't. Maybe you just joined, I guess. So what I was saying earlier for gold, this is a 15-minute chart, is that we have all these bearish signals. So basically, we have bearish cross from stochastics. We have bearish cross from moving averages, and they point downwards. Uh, we can see that we didn't have any higher up tail the past 4 sessions. All these are indications that we might see a pullback. However, we need to confirm it with either a bearish Heikenashi with no tail at the top, or a breakout and a closure below 40.72, which is my latest swing high, so my latest support. So we need further confirmation. If I go back to the Japanese candlesticks, sorry, that was, these two candles were like during the release, the NFP release, but still, okay, the still, if that was the latest swing high, so okay, it's still the asset moves is holding above 40.17.2. It's not only that, it's holding above the 38.2 Fibonacci level on this latest up leg. So we need to see it closing below it. This looks a bit, yeah, but there are more bearish signals than bullish ones. This candle needs another 2 minutes to go to close, and I'm gonna return back to euro dollar. Dollar yen is very, very interesting for me. Cable as well. So euro dollar, euro dollar, euro dollar as well, of course. So here is euro dollar on a 30 minutes chart. In general, as I showed you earlier, that's the daily time frame. Let me remove this double fractals just to simplify everything for you. Okay. So we have been on the downside. Sorry for the noise. I left the window open, and someone is like driving his motorbike or something. I don't know what it is exactly. So we have seen on the down. We have been on the downside the whole October, November so far. Lowest highs, lowest lows. The past 4 days in a row, it has been also on the downside. So there is more bearish outlook for euro dollar, but there is a really strong support as well at 113.70. Okay, which is the year's immediate support level. Currently though, okay, 1 hour chart, I found some support. Yeah, over here for euro dollar, my dear friends, you have a ceiling at 115.28 and a support 151. That's your range, a range that we have seen the past the whole day basically. Okay, I'm gonna zoom further to the 30 minutes chart to see whether it remains in the range. It's still in a range, so you need to wait and see whether it will manage to exit the range and break either on the upside or on the downside. Will give you an indication what's coming next. Obviously, a break above it could retest this latest high, okay, while a move lower could open the door to 114.75 level. So an area that was retested on the beginning of November, but also the midline of the channel. So the midline of your channel could provide support in case that euro dollar extends lower. But what I can see right now is that it just broken and just moved above the range. So 115.40 is the next ceiling for euro dollar intraday in a 30 minutes chart. Momentum is improving. Stochastic point further on the upside. So this is the next ceiling, guys, for euro dollar. 115.40, 5 pips higher. And the very next one is, ooh, nice, coincides, both coinciding with Fibonacci, nice. So 115.50 later on and 115.58. So guys, we have a breakout over here. So that turns the attention to here, here, or even eventually here. So 114.15.40, 115.50. That's very, very interesting. Intraday only. What I show you is a 30 minutes chart and an hourly chart, okay? That's not the overall outlook. The overall outlook shows that the euro dollar has been on the downside in a down channel the past 2 months, more than 2 months. Intraday, though, we have some bullish bias pushing euro dollar higher. It managed to extend above the sideways move that we have seen the whole day. It broken the day's high. So 115.40 and 115.50 are the next key levels to be seen on the upside. Hopefully this helped you. Who was it? Emmanuel, with your question about euro dollar. Everything depends though on what kind of time frame you're trading, what your strategy, what's your approach, whether you're a day trader or not. So hopefully this helped you. Bitcoin, yes sir, yes sir. Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin? Where's Bitcoin? I'm wondering why I'm seeing further decline on dollar, even though the data are bullish. Is it something else going on? Obviously, the 100 is still there. I mean, it's untouchable. I mean, they didn't manage to, the bears have not managed to break the 100 territory. But I'm wondering why. Because, I mean, oh, I see, guys. I see, guys, what's going on here. Even though, just bear with me, okay? Even though the jobs were like massive, it seems that the fact that the unemployment increased and hits 4.4 is what it has fueled doubts around Fed rate cut. So it seems that market participants, even though we had a really, really strong NFP, they focused also on the unemployment rate, which increased. And this is what has fueled Fed rate cuts doubts, uncertainty. And that's why we see that there are sellers trying to extend to 100 territory. So there is a lot of fight going on right now between buyers and sellers. I don't feel though, from the momentum, I see that the momentum is not strong on the downside. I see that the momentum is bullish and not bearish. I mean, look, 1 hour above 50, 30 minutes, the same. 4-hour chart at 70, and it doesn't look that it's pointing on the downside. Ignore stochastic because this is something that I use for 15 and 30 minutes chart. A daily, the same. So there is more bulls than bears. So yeah, defeated. Yeah, they will defend bulls. They will defend the 100 territory really strongly. Bitcoin though. Bitcoin. Okay. Okay. Oops. Sorry. I need to get rid of all this mess. That's a nice rounding top. We are at 90 territory and the asset is really trying. So this is Bitcoin. Let me put the caption. I think it would buy Bitcoin. So it depends on your time frame, guys. So Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin in a weekly chart. Just to start with the basics, first of all. So, okay. So this is a weekly chart, okay? Nice rounding top. Flirts with the 90. We've seen some move below 90, but currently it is back above it again. And break of 90 territory will turn the attention. So that, let me correct this line down to, come on, Andrea. Here we go. To 80,000 and 73,000. 73 because it used to be a really strong resistance level for 1, 2, 3, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, for 7 months in a row. Okay, so a break of 90,000 could open the doors to these lows. Now, however, that Bitcoin has the tendency to reverse up to 60% in a correction mode. So let's see where we're standing right now. Okay, let's over here. So it has already extended below 60%. Oh, so, and this is a clear, it's a clear indication that Bitcoin might have entered a bearish cycle in the long term. Okay, in the long term. And it's something that everyone is monitoring, basically. Everyone was monitoring this breakout, which actually happened last week. Yeah, over the weekend. And it's still like holding below 100 territory, etc. So yeah, more bearish overall Bitcoin than bullish. Intraday now, because you might be interested in intraday basics. This is the 30 minutes chart. A lot of consolidation has been seen before the data, but right now we have a really big sell-off over here. So yeah, parabolics are negative, moving average are pointing further on the downside. So yeah, there is it seems that the down leg has further room on the downside for Bitcoin. Let me, where's my stochastic? Stochastics. Stochastics. I'm losing my mind. Where's stochastic? Oh, here it is. 533 for my 30 minutes chart. You see, further room on the downside. It points further on the downside. So there is more selling pressure in the very short time frame. I remind you, I'm in a 30 minutes chart. So yeah, next floor is at 90, round number. Here we go, somewhere here. The very next level, if that breaks, it will be down to 89, 88, 60. So here, the previous bottom basically that we have seen. Yes, the low of the day, the low of the day. No, yesterday night's low. Sorry, yesterday night's 90th. Yeah. Yeah. So what else? What else? What else? What of euro dollar? We have seen a euro dollar already several times, but anyway, the live will stay in our website, so you can drag and drop your cursor and see the analysis that I have done on euro dollar. So a lot of indecision. Something is going on. What's? Let me see, guys, the news again. Two-way. Yeah, there's a two-way volatility. Up, down, up, down. There is this is the markets haven't really clarified yet what they should do. They're confused. This is what everything points. Um, I can see it in euro dollar. I can see it see it in cable. I can see it in gold and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, you need to trade what you see, right? Um, so yeah, momentum is improving in euro dollar. Sorry. Oh, control Z. I want my lines. Okay. I don't want this one though. Anyway, I'm gonna. Okay. So we can see some kind of an improvement in MACD in this 1 hour chart. Stochastic also is trying to recover. But after all, it remains in a bearish, in a down channel. I don't feel confident enough from what I see. I need further confirmation. We're still getting undecisive candles, dodgy candles. Yeah. Yeah. Let me take a look on cable as well. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, sorry for that. So okay, it's in another important zone. It's in an area which used to be a nice support level and now converted into resistance one. So right now is trading just slightly below 131 level. So let me check something, guys. Sorry for that, just a second. Yeah, overall is in the downside. So this rebound, this push higher, it looks limited. RSI is still around 50 level. Stochastic, the slope is a bit narrow. This one has flattened. So yeah, it looks that this push is limited. At least as long as we don't see a move above 131 level, then we cannot really see further move on the upside. There is, yeah, it looks that the rally, it was limited. Um, yeah, let me zoom in further in the 30 minutes chart or something. So yeah, a fail to extend on the upside, it could indicate the return back to 130.50, even 130.40 level. Yeah, because there is not enough momentum. Look here. So already trying to already flatten or points downwards. Moving averages, the slope of moving average is very narrow, very flat. Doesn't show that there is enough bullish bias to extend cable on the upside. It's the same thing with euro dollar, to be honest. So there is an attempt to extend, but momentum is not enough. Look, MACD is flat, stochastic is flat already, so shows that there is not enough support yet to extend and return back to 115.40, 115.50 territory, and so on and so forth. So guys, if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna call it a day. I have done Bitcoin, I have done gold earlier, so don't worry about it, because you can see my analysis as soon as we close the session. The analysis stays on the YouTube channel, and you can drag and drop your cursor to see the analysis that I have done for gold and the analysis that I have done for Bitcoin. We said that Bitcoin intraday is in a bearish bias. You can see that it extended below 91, 91, here we go, 91 210. So there is some bearish move in the very, very short time frame. For gold, we here we go. Everything will depend on dollar performance, and mainly what you would like to see is whether it will move below 40.70 or whether it will hold above it and eventually extend above 40.95 level. So a break below 40.70 could open the doors to 40.50. A move above the latest swing high could open the doors to 41 territory, 41.07 initially. The thing here with gold is that there is no indication that it will move lower, okay, from a technical perspective. Parabolics are remain below the price. Moving averages are pointing higher, right? The stochastic still is ready to bullishly cross. So for the time being, is quite supported, even though the data were negative for gold and positive for dollar. But since the market is still digesting the data, this is what we are seeing. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Unfortunately, the surprising NFP led to confusion today. So we have some steadiness and consolidation. So you need to be a bit patient today and wait for breakouts in order to get the confirmation that you need and join the market next and open a position. So that was pretty much from my side. If there are no further questions, I'm going to call it a date. I know that you were asking me about the bonus account. I don't know whether you are in contact with our local office, but they actually I will advise my colleagues to contact you directly regarding the shield bonus account. So yeah. I will inform my colleagues to give you a call and help you with the shield account, okay, with the bonus account, uh, because for your region specifically. So that was pretty much from my side, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you. Bye bye.